The PAK DP, also known as the MiG-41, is Russia's ambitious project aimed at developing a sixth-generation interceptor aircraft, expected to make its maiden flight in 2025. This aircraft is set to replace the MiG-41 and incorporate cutting-edge features like advanced stealth capabilities, variable cycle engines, and enhanced range. Despite the high expectations, there is skepticism about Russia's capability to produce such an advanced fighter, given the challenges they faced with fifth-generation technology. The MiG-41 is sent to achieve speeds over Mach 4, operate at near-space altitudes, and potentially include an unmanned version. It's also expected to be equipped with the new Saturn AL-51 engine, which promises significant improvements over its predecessors. As global military powers race to develop sixth-generation fighters, Russia's progress with the MiG-41 will be closely watched. Russian aerospace firm Mikoyan's latest fighter project is known alternately as the PAK DP or the MiG-41. The PAK DP designation is an acronym for Perspektivny Aviacyjny Complex Dalnego Perekhvata, which translates to Prospective Air Complex for long-range interception. As the name implies, the PAK DP/MiG-41 will be an interceptor aircraft, but also a fighter. The stealthy PAK DP is expected to make its first flight in 2025. As is typically the case with Russian aviation projects, the West knows little about the MiG-41. The new jet will replace the MiG-31, and it is considered a sixth-generation project. But the Russians have struggled enough to mass-produce a fifth-generation jet, leaving some observers skeptical that Russia can pull off a sixth-generation aircraft. Most seem to think this plane will never make it into production, let alone undergo any sort of test flight. We can deduct what Russia expects from the PAK DP or MiG-41 based on the general parameters that define a sixth-generation design. Advanced stealth airframes and avionics should be included, as should advanced variable cycle engines with high thrust and cruise control. The airframe should equip increased range standoff and beyond visual range weapons, and it should allow for enhanced human systems integration. There should be an option for remote or autonomous control. In short, sixth-generation platforms are expected to feature an ambitious slew of features that the Russians will be hard-pressed to obtain. To date, no one has created a sixth-generation platform. Only 3 nations, Russia, China, and the US, have even fielded a fifth-generation platform. So Russia's plan to first fly the PAK DP/MiG-41 in 2025 might be overly optimistic. If one had to speculate, and looking across many Russian dreams of military hardware, there is a strong chance this place never leave the drawing board. The design specifications for the MiG-41 are understood to have been finalized in 2019. MiG's Director General, Ilya Tarasenko, said the new jet will reach speeds in excess of Mach 4, with cruising speeds around Mach 3. It will equip an anti-missile laser and be able to fly at near-space altitudes. Tarasenko also said the new jet will feature an unmanned version. The aircraft, as described, would make for a formidable interceptor. The PAK DP/MiG-41 is expected to use an upcoming version of the Saturn AL-51 engine that is currently in development for use with improved variants of the Sukhoi Su-57 fifth-generation fighter. The Saturn AL-51 is an afterburning low-bypass turbofan engine that first ran in 2016. The architecture of the engine features 2 shafts and a 3-stage fan driven with a low-pressure turbine, as well as a 5-stage high-pressure compressor driven with a single-stage high-pressure turbine. The Saturn AL-51 also features glass fiber plastic inlet guide vanes and convergent-divergent nozzles that use serrated flaps to reduce its radar signature. The new engine will offer a 19% higher thrust-to-weight ratio over its predecessor. Estimated thrust will be 37,500 pounds with afterburners engaged. In addition to the Su-57 and the PAK DP, the Saturn AL-51 is expected to be used in the upcoming Su-75 Checkmate light tactical fighter. The Russians are no doubt racing the Americans to field a sixth-generation fighter. The Americans, who were first to field a fifth-generation fighter, are the favorites to win the sixth-generation race, with firms like Lockheed Martin and Northrop Grumman competing for the upcoming next-generation air dominance contract. Anticipation builds as the MiG-41, a groundbreaking aircraft possessing truly space capabilities, is set to make its maiden flight this year. The Russian media outlet Overcloser recently reported that this superior machine is on the brink of being commissioned and is expected to join the ranks of the Russian Air Force within the next 2 to 3 years. As per the insights from Russian journalists, the MiG-41 stands unparalleled in its class. Overcloser suggests that the time is ripe for the MiG-41 to step into the limelight and replace the venerable, yet still potent MiG-31. MiG-41 is poised to take over from the MiG-31. The MiG-31, despite its age, has an impressive track record. It can target objects even in near space, intercept ballistic and cruise missiles, and the MiG-31K variant houses the first hypersonic air-launched missile. Despite the exceptional performance of the MiG-31, the need for a new long-range interceptor was recognized long ago. The first attempt at extensive modernization was the MiG-31M, which surfaced in 1993. However, it never made it into production due to financial difficulties. But in reality, it was the pressure from American partners who were hesitant about Russia gaining more strength. The current MiG-31s are undergoing an upgrade to the MiG-31BM. The upgrade featuring new radar and electronic enhancements, new missiles, and weapons control systems. However, the Foxhounds will face mass decommissioning. The reason? The exhaustion of their production resource in the coming decade. This circumstance led to the inception of the PAK DP program, which has been developed under the most stringent secrecy. In 2019, the research phase was completed, and by 2021, a prototype was developed, initially slated to fly in 2025 and enter mass production in 2028. Surprisingly, the designers are 2 years ahead of schedule, an indication of their relentless commitment. The emergence of the MiG-41 in its generation. While the technical specifications of this new development remain undisclosed, it is speculated that the MiG-41 will be capable of matching the speed of supersonic high-altitude reconnaissance aircraft. This distinctive feature is also being incorporated into the American and Chinese counterparts of this aircraft type. Russian reports suggest that the MiG-41 will operate in near-space conditions, achieving speeds exceeding Mach 3. The aircraft is said to be capable of launching satellites into low orbits, intercepting hypersonic missiles, and performing various other feats. These bold assertions have led the U.S. to dub the MiG-41 a fantasy. While it's premature to definitively categorize the MiG-41 as either a figment of imagination or a bluff, there seems to be significant progress within the Russian PAK-DP project. The aircraft's developers assert that the MiG-41 will achieve speeds ranging from Mach 4 to 4.5, nearing hypersonic speeds. The notion of launching satellites is not particularly groundbreaking. However, the designers have begun to openly discuss the aircraft's capability to house anti-satellite missiles. The MiG-41 is classified as belonging to the 5++ and potentially even the 6th generation of aircraft. Its avionics are not solely designed for manned flights. Given the lack of necessity for a human to endure overloads of up to 9 grams, provision has been made for unmanned operation.